Um, Hi, if this is your first time meeting me, hello, I'm Gillian and I'm from Yorkshire in the UK and I'm a multi-certified mindset and transformation coach for women. I thought this week I would talk about what Menopositive is, a little bit more about why I do what I do, what made me come up with the concept, and you'll understand then why it's so successful. So that is going to be our topic for this week. We're going to talk about Menopositive. Okay, so do you have a good handle on life, but you're aware of the negative connotations around the menopause and you're concerned that it's going to catch you off guard? You keep hearing that it's like hell on earth, and for years it's never been mentioned because it's always been such a taboo subject. Your mum never mentioned it. Mine never did, that's for sure. She still doesn't even talk to me about it now. Even knowing what I do, it was just such a taboo subject. So mums don't mention it. Your grandmas are usually martyrs of that generation, so they don't mention it. So for years, the change was just brushed under the carpet for generations. Generation after generation, it's been a negative topic, and yet half the population go through it. Crazy, right? In the last couple of years, something which I am personally grateful for, it is now talked about. So I am more accepted as the norm, people talking about the menopause, that it's no longer brushed under the carpet. However, it's in your face everywhere, but with people telling you how bad it is. Just literally, the press would have you believe it's like a total shitstorm and that your life is never going to be the same again and your life is over. And let's not forget those random hairs that start appearing on your chin and you think you're turning into Billy Goat's Gruff. The advertising tells you menopause this, menopause that, and there's more and more products out there, and you just start to think that you don't know your own mind anymore. So, as a mindset and transformation coach, that's what I change. I change that mindset, and that you do know your own mind and that you don't need some new products to tell you one thing or another. So obviously I typically work with perimenopausal women. I'm working more and more with younger women as well. People who want to be aware before they actually get to the stage. Let's not leave it until we're like mid-50 to try and find out about these things. So with a strong focus on mindset, it's basically to just try and help avoid the to try and help avoid the menopause, putting a spanner in the works. Menopositive is the unique way to transform your life, and it takes you from ditch the witch to getting classy, sassy, and a little bit badassy to make part 2 of your life surpass the first. So with well over 10 years experience in the area of menopause, I now bring a wealth of knowledge and guidance to helping peri and menopausal women to overcome that anticipation of, is this it? My life is over mindset. Realistically, you might only be halfway through your life, so it is far, far from over. A huge percentage of women live over a third of their lives post-menopause. So why is it this taboo and negative subject? So I went through, and it was undiagnosed as well for a long time, very early menopause. I was post-menopause by the time I was 40. So I was basically met with silence. Nobody knew what to say to me. I was looking for help and it was like, she's a freak. She's gone through it so early. Doctors didn't know what to say to me. And I was literally that person put in the shelf, in a bracket. That's it. We've done with her now. Her life is over. And I was like, no, I'm just not having this. So I worked on my own mindset. And I was like, this is not how it should be. This is not how it needs to be. It's just a natural part of life. Why am I being treated this way? So I've now mastered this part of my life. So I help other people to get there, and that's how Menopositive was born. So it took me a lot longer than it does for people going through the Menopositive program because I've been able to tweak it and refine it. I mean, the menopause, it's a time of life that can put the spanner in the works for even the most level-headed women. It really doesn't have to be that way. So as I've mentioned before, with a strong focus on mindset, I work with women in Menopositive to help you transform your life and ditch that witch and become classy, sassy and a little bit badassy. Perimenopause can be like the Wild West of your reproductive days, your reproductive years. One day you're happily skipping along, enjoying your monthly visitor as if it were like the chocolate fountain of life. The next you're sweating buckets and battling mood swings like a scene from The Walking Dead. And what about sex? Is it still fun? Or is it just something else to add to your to-do list? Let me tell you, once you've worked on your mindset, that can change. So, if you're feeling lost and crazy during this time, take heart. You are not alone. You seriously are not alone. And I'm here to help. So I've seen firsthand that with the right mindset, menopause does not have to be that time in your life that throws you off balance. With Menopositive, I help women to shift the mindset around menopause. Many of them are used to setting goals in their life or at work, but I really strip it back to basics. And I believe that the menopause is not something to be dreaded or feared. Instead, we should be looking at it as an opportunity for positive change, to see it as a time of transition and transformation. So by helping women shift that thinking, I can actually often help avoid negative symptoms associated with the menopause too, such as the hot flushes and the mood swings. I am not saying that hot flushes and mood swings do not exist. I'm not saying that these things aren't real. I'm saying that by working on your mindset, you don't feel them come on and you don't feel that your world has ended. You get methods and ways of dealing with it. So there are many benefits to working with me and Menopositive. First and foremost, I can help you become more classy, sassy and a little bit badassy. And who doesn't want that? But I can also help you with that more positive outlook around menopause and life in general. So you can just embrace this time of change instead of dreading it. So if you feel like the world has turned upside down, or you're anticipating that it might, and you're not quite sure how to make it the right side up again, let me help. Just the word menopause can strike fear into the hearts of even the most easygoing, level-headed of women, making them think that they should crawl into a hole and hide until it's all over. It really doesn't have to be that way. So get in touch using any of the links provided. I'm super easy to find on all the social media platforms. Just search for Gillian Bauer or Menopositive. Email me at menopositive@mail.com. Or drop a message in the comments below and I can come back to you that way. And let's face it, would you rather be menopositive or menonegative?